are the some achievement of science and technology of Corazon Aquino during her term of being a president in the Philippines. So, during her term President Corazon Aquino encouraged scientists and inventors to bring the Philippines to its former position as a second to only Japan in the field of science and technology. One of the goals of her administration was to achieve the status of being an industrialized country by 2000 years. The major contributions of science and technology to the Philippine mission building are linked to its socio-economic progress and its industrialization. So today, the current state of our country is very low in its capacity to produce local goods for domestic needs as well as in international scientific research publication. Also, what is the role of science and technology in the Philippines? So, what is the role of science and technology in the Philippines? So, the role of science and technology in the Philippines is the Department of Science and Technology in the Philippines, or DST in the Philippines, is government agency tasked with overseeing and managing national technology development and authorization in undertaking technological and scientific research and promoting public consciousness of science and technology. Corazon Aquino was the most prominent figure of the 1986 People's Power Revolution, which ended the 20-year rule of President Marcos Ferdinand. She awarded to the time of Magazine's Woman of the 1986.
Miguel V. Ramos, the 12th President of the Philippines in 1992 to 1998, is remembered for steadfastly promoting the principle of people empowerment and global competitiveness. In 1993, he put an end to the power crisis that crippled Filipino homes and industries for 2 years. Also, he believes that science and technology was one of the means where in the Philippines could attain the status of new industrialized country. During his term, he was able to establish programs that were significant to the field of science and technology, which is the Department of Energy, Department of Science and Technology, and the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute to formulate a comprehensive nuclear power program for the country. The Department of Energy, or in Filipino, Kagawaran ng Enerhiya, is the executive department of the Philippine government responsible for preparing, integrating, manipulating, organizing, coordinating, supervising, and controlling all plans, programs, projects, and activities of the government relative to energy exploration, development, utilization, distribution, and conservation. While the Department of Science and Technology is the premier science and technology body in the country charged with the twin mandate of providing central direction, leadership, and coordination of all scientific and technological activities, and now formulating policies, programs, and projects to support national development, to promote the national development. The Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, or PNRI, formerly the Philippine Atomic Energy Commission (PAEC), is the sole agency of the government mandated to advance and regulate the safe and peaceful applications of nuclear science and technology in the Philippines, which all these departments is still making contribution till this day, which is amazing, and thumbs up to Fidel B. Ramos.
Oh, let me up with a bright smile on.
Joseph Estrada, the Philippines Clear Act of 1999 and the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, we two major legislation to turn into sign through the President Joseph Estrada. The Sustainable Improvements is ensured in Philippines Easy Air Act. This is designed to protect the natural resources to preserve the environment. Did you know that Philippines Act 8792, or known as Electronic Commerce Act, Republic Act 8792, or known as Electronic Commerce Act, was signed into law last June 14, 2000 by President Joseph Estrada. The law effects June 19, 2000, and Act providing for the recogniting in the use of electronic commercial and purposes. E-commerce or electronic commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services or transmitting of funds or data over the electronic network, primarily the Internet.
Maria Gloria Macaraig Macapagal Arroyo is the Filipino academic and politician who served as the 14th President of the Philippines from 2001 until 2010. She is the largest serving President of the Philippines in the post-Marcos era. Before her accession of the presidency, he served as the 15th Vice President of the Philippines from 1998 to 2001 and was a senator from 1992 to 1998. After her presidency, he was elected as the representative of Pampanga's 2nd District in 2010 and later became the Speaker of the House of Representatives from 2018 until her retirement in 2019. She is the first woman to hold two of the highest office in this country, Vice President and Speaker of the House. In the area of policy advocacy, President Arroyo assigned into law on 23 March 2010, Republic Act 10055, otherwise known as the Technological Transfer Act of 2009. It was become a major achievement because of the long spirit of harmonizing all technology transfer activity in the country and expediting the commercializations of government-funded research. Her State of the National Address in 2001, President Arroyo emphasized the role of technology in future economic development. The rallying call to awaken the innovative spirits of Filipinos was sounded during the country's first ever National Innovation Summit in 2007, wherein National Innovation Strategy called Filipino Innovation was presented to the President. President Arroyo talked of from the groundwork of S&T policies put in place, resulting in the accomplishment in live brand tiers of S&T program. This program include research and development programs, S&T Human Resources Development Programs, Scientific and Technological Services, S&T Promotions and Information Services, and Scientific Linkage and International Cooperations. With regard to S&T education, the challenge is to promote the environment for the youth to learn and hone their skill to become achiever. Their future innovations are expected to generate more jobs and turn out new products and services in this light. For new Philippine science high school campuses were establishing during her term. President Arroyo also provided extensive support for graduated T scholarship program through the expressions of more found. The Accelerated Science and Technology Human Resources Development Programs and the Engineering Research and Development Technology Program resulted in a field increase in the number of graduate scholarships opportunities. Benigno Aquino III, also known as Noynoy, he was born on February 8, 1960. He is a Filipino politician who served as the 15th President of the Philippines from 2010 until 2016. In the term of law, President Noynoy signed into a bill created the Development of Information and Communication Technology K-12 program. The Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, commonly known as the K-12 program, adds 2 years to the basic education system that what we called senior high school before heading into high school education. Cybercrime Law Republic Act Number 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act is a law that defines cybercrimes and penalize illegal acts committed online. It was signed 11 years after a first version was filed in Congress. Good Governance and Anti-Corruption. The Good Governance and Anti-Corruption Cluster shall promote transparency, accountability, participatory governance, and strengthening of public institutions. It shall also work to regain the trust and confidence of the public in government. Human Development. The Human Development and Poverty Reduction Cluster shall focus on improving the overall quality of life of the Filipino and translating the gains of good governance. Economic Development. The Economic Development Cluster shall focus on the promotions of rapid, inclusive, and sustained economic growth.